Today we're going to talk about the amazing benefits of ginger and turmeric for longevity and overall health. I love these two foods. You can find them in the fresh produce section of your grocery store or at an Asian market. You'll definitely spot them there. Or you can head to the middle aisle of the grocery store where they're sold ground up and dried as spices. So don't be afraid to wander into that spice section to find ginger and turmeric. Let's talk about each one individually. Turmeric actually comes from Southeast Asia. It's a tiny root, almost like a little nub, kind of cigar-shaped but small, with a thin skin on it. If you peel that skin away or break the root in half, you'll see it's bright orange on the inside. This edible root is used for cooking and stewing, and you'll see it often in Southeast Asian cuisine, as well as Indian cuisine. Turmeric has actually been used in traditional Ayurvedic healing and other traditional medicines for thousands of years. I like to think of it as a colorful spice you can cook with. What's inside turmeric is a compound called curcumin. Curcumin is a bioactive that does a lot of powerful things. First, it lowers inflammation in your body. It's really one of the original anti-inflammatory substances. Curcumin is also anti-angiogenic, meaning it can help cut off the blood supply feeding cancer cells. This is actually something I worked on years ago, helping to discover that activity. Curcumin is also antioxidant, which means it helps protect your DNA. We all have DNA in our bodies. It's our genetic instruction manual, and it makes proteins. You don't want that DNA damaged, because damage to DNA is called a mutation, and mutations can set the stage for cancer. So protecting your DNA through curcumin's antioxidant properties is another major benefit. The other thing turmeric does is slow down cellular aging. This isn't about reversing aging. You're not going to turn into a baby, but it helps keep your cells calmer so they're not accelerating toward an aged state. It can even help slow the shortening of telomeres, which are like the protective caps at the ends of your DNA strands that naturally wear down as we age. Turmeric helps slow that whole process. Now let's talk about ginger, another amazing root. You can find it fresh in the produce section or dried in the spice aisle. If you visit an Asian grocery store, you'll see big, beautiful knobby chunks of ginger, almost like a cactus with little arms sticking out. Ginger is used throughout Asian cooking. If you've been to a sushi bar, you know ginger is sliced thin and served alongside your meal. It's also used to flavor stir-fries in Chinese cooking, and it shows up in Thai food, Vietnamese food, and soups, a delicate but potent flavor. The bioactive compound in ginger is called gingerol. Gingerol has been studied for its anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. It also can help cut off blood supply to tumors, something I've worked on as well, and it can improve metabolism and help lower lipid levels. Here's a quick pro tip for peeling ginger. Instead of using a knife and scraping carefully along a cutting board, which takes forever and risks cutting too deep, grab a regular tablespoon from your silverware drawer. Hold the spoon with the curved side facing the ginger and scrape the skin off with the edge of the spoon. It comes off quickly, cleanly, and without wasting any of the ginger underneath. It's a simple trick that makes a real difference. Now let's talk about what ginger and turmeric can do together for longevity and overall health. First, joint health. As we get older, our joints go through wear and tear, inflammation, pain, osteoarthritis. Combining the anti-inflammatory properties of ginger and turmeric can be a real ally against that inflammation. You could take a pill, like a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory, but incorporating ginger and turmeric into your food is a wonderful way to deliver these bioactives naturally, helping address one of the most common vulnerabilities of aging, joint pain and joint compromise. Second, brain health. As we age, one of the things we want to avoid is cognitive decline, forgetting where you put your keys, losing your train of thought, struggling to recall names. Inflammation is thought to play a role in this kind of brain aging, and both turmeric and ginger have anti-inflammatory properties that may help. Oxidative stress is also believed to damage neurons in the brain, so the antioxidant properties in both ginger and turmeric can be a valuable part of an overall lifestyle approach to calming inflammation and oxidative stress in the brain, supporting better cognitive health over time. Third, cardiovascular health. Inflammation inside your blood vessels sets the stage for atherosclerosis, a buildup of lipids and inflammatory material along the artery walls. When someone has a heart attack caused by blockages, it's because that buildup has damaged the inner lining of the blood vessels, called the endothelium. Anything anti-inflammatory can help counter the processes that lead to that kind of blockage, whether in the heart, where it sets the stage for heart attacks, in the brain, where it can contribute to vascular dementia and stroke, in the neck's carotid arteries, or in the legs, where it can cause peripheral arterial disease. Peripheral arterial disease is sometimes called a silent form of heart disease, except it shows up in your legs instead of your chest. The arteries narrow to the point where your leg muscles aren't getting enough oxygen during activity. You might be walking through a parking lot or a shopping mall, and after just a short distance, your legs cramp up and you have to stop completely to let the muscles rest, clear out lactic acid, and reload with oxygen. This is where ginger and turmeric's anti-inflammatory effects come in again. They help protect the blood vessels. But gingerol and curcumin also directly support the health of the endothelial lining, the inner surface of your blood vessels. That translates into better blood flow throughout the body. Better blood flow to the heart means better heart function. Better blood flow to the brain supports brain function. And this extends to your legs, your other organs, and yes, even to areas like erectile function. Good blood flow matters everywhere in the body. So whether it's brain health, cardiovascular health, or joint health, ginger and turmeric are genuinely useful foods to keep in your toolbox. Food as medicine. And just as importantly, they're delicious to cook with, whether you use them dried or fresh. If you're not sure how to start using them, it's simple. Search ginger and turmeric recipe online, pull up a video, and watch someone walk you through a dish using these healthy ingredients. I hope you found this helpful, and thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I know you'll love the next one. Stay right here and check it out, and I'll see you there.